Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Last Cloudia. Here with another live stream video thing that we're doing. It was a bit difficult for me yesterday. Yesterday I had quite a bit of problems with internet. There was an outage over the area, apparently, so that wasn't very good. Once I managed to finally finish the video, I started cleaning my phone a little bit and delete the things that I needed for that video, so I ended up just making a different one instead, but it's fine. Guess it's not a big deal, just kind of annoying, right? Anyways, today there's a new Lagrobos unit. Quite excited about this one. Lagrobos is one of my favorite units, probably. I remember when he came out originally, the first Lagrobos unit. When I saw him in the story, I just thought he was so powerful in the story compared to everyone else that we've had as a unit, and I just really wanted him as a unit. When he came out, he was just really good. Apocalypse, amazing. I used him for an incredibly long time. I used him in the Tower of Trials for, it feels like ages, until Mage came out, or I think so, because he was just my best unit that I used for a long time, so I'm excited to get him today. We'll be getting him a bit later on and trying him out and everything. I've got quite a few tests I want to do, because he's got some interesting skills which we'll go over once we get to it, but let's have a look at him first of all. I do remember Soul Eater, Lagrobos just completely annihilated Soul Eater. You got his unique weapon from beating Soul Eater, I believe, in the story, which is quite interesting. So let's have a look at Lagrobos the Wise first of all, and then the Arc. So I didn't expect them to release this unit. I had no idea what to expect after the collab, but I was kind of worried that this would happen because this is another top tier unit that is releasing after a collab. So it's a bit of a problem. His stats, first of all, crazy int is pretty high, mind and strength is decent too. Now, original Lagrobos was mostly a mage, but he could do decent damage with physical attacks too. I tested it the other day, and you can reach damage cap with him with dual wield on original Lagrobos if you have a few skills. I didn't have that many skills, to be honest, and he still hit good damage, so I'm hoping this guy can do the same. He's got low HP, but that's expected because original Lagrobos also had low HP because he's kind of like a glass cannon type unit, a lot of damage. I love those kind of units, kind of similar to Balin's in a way, because Balin's used to have low HP, high damage. Lagrobos was a similar thing, but for magic, and can do physical DPS as well. So element resistances are pretty good. Resistance, and he's not weak to anything. So I'm okay with that. Actually, resistances are okay, only -10 to dark, it's not a big deal, I guess. Now, abilities are pretty crazy. So he is a mage, but he can use physical attacks too, like original Lagrobos, he was the same. Skill 1, medium area long range combo attack is nothing crazy, but I believe it's 6 hits, and you can spam it pretty fast. So that being able to spam it pretty fast is pretty important. We'll get to that once we get to it, but I think skill 1 could be decent, and its long range I think is going to be good. Skill 2, medium area long range combo attack, then instantly close the gap to attack again. Kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of his skill 2 to be honest, but it's okay. It's a close the gap skill if you need it. And his skill 3 is going to be the interesting skill that I'm looking forward to testing out later on. Long range combo attack to all enemies. So this has the potential to be broken, incredibly broken, if it's strong. If he has good physical damage, this skill 3 could be really broken, but I haven't tested him yet or seen anyone test him yet, so I'm going to test him out later on with a few builds. I want to test magic and physical DPS and dual wield and without dual wield, stuff like that. We'll try that later on, but skill 3 is crazy. I think it's the first time we've had a skill that actually says that it attacks all enemies guaranteed. I'm interested to try it out, and Arena, potentially, I'm going to try it out later too. His special is nothing crazy, it's just combo attack to one enemy. It's got decent hits, I think, so this could be okay. And his traits, interesting things, chance for all attack magic to deal criticals. So on original Lagrobos, I do remember his his special staff that you get from beating Soul Eater does give all of his magic critical hits, but instead this new Lagrobos has it in his trait instead, which is good. Magic attack damage 6% is pretty nice when using non-stacking magic. 13,000 damage cap, pretty good. So it's kind of similar to Magia in a way, because he's using non-stacking magic. Boost physical attack damage based on int is going to be very good, because that's going to increase his physical damage by quite a lot. And since it's on a trait, you can stack this with Thaumaturgy Ring and anything else you got, like the Science Flag. You could put those two on, and you could have 3 different things that increase your physical attack damage based on your intelligence, which it sounds fun, it sounds good. I don't know how good, but I'm hoping his physical damage is pretty good. Trait 2, when only one weapon is equipped, is 1 staff. Skill and special damage 120%, and damage cap 6,000. So here's the interesting thing, is when you got 1 staff, you get 120% special damage and skill damage. It says skill damage and special damage and damage cap, so I think this could be pretty good. Since it's 120%, I'm mostly thinking of him in arena. I'm going to try it out. I kind of want to try out a single wield with a staff and a bunch of damage, because he's got this trait here that gives 120% damage. Sounds like an incredible amount of damage. Obviously, I don't think using him as a physical DPS is a good idea, but it depends on how he is, and his skill 3 could be good for clearing waves easily. Probably the easiest ever. Well, it's skill 3, I'm going to assume it's only got 1 stock. Whenever using skills, stock magic power and boost damage cap on the next magic used. So you got to use a skill 5 times, then you get a maximum of 15,000 extra damage cap for the next magic. So there's kind of an extra bonus, think of it like that. It's not required because he has a lot of caps already, and I did do the math, and his caps in total are a little bit higher than Magia at least, so that's pretty fun. So here's the reason why this skill 1 seems like it's pretty fast. If you can just spam this skill 1 5 times and then use a magic, I think that could be good, potentially. So I kind of like these traits, and most of these traits and skills and things right here, they kind of are just upgrades of his original form, mostly. Obviously there's some changes and improvements, but it's mostly focusing on trying to be an improvement to the original Lagrobos, which I do like that. Skills, a lot of skills, a lot of magic. So he's got new charisma, which is actually pretty good. All allies magic damage 20%, and non-stacking damage cap 5,000. Hey Redstone, how you doing? It's been a while. I've been wondering where you've been. I see you posting random Minecraft videos, kind of confusing. I've been doing pretty good. I've been sticking around for quite a while. Moving on to other games, you've probably seen. I've been doing pretty well. Hopefully everything's been good for you too. Non-stacking magic damage cap 5,000. It's pretty damn good, because this is going to apply to other units in your team, like Linus, for example. He is the best example because he's got double hits on his magic. But in most cases, you can only use 1 non-stacking magic anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this is mostly just going to be for Lagrobos himself. So I'm still good with this. I think it's pretty good. It's got so much magic here. Big bangs, fire, ice, earth, thunder, dark, and then you've got Apocalypse, which is the big one. Very powerful, no attribute attack damage to all enemies. They changed this, and it's now plus 990,000 damage cap. If you add on the base damage cap of 9,999, it's basically the same thing as it was, but this is now, you can now put more damage cap on top of this. So all of the damage cap that he has in his trait is going to add on top of this damage cap, which is great. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped playing Knights and Dragons quite a while ago. I still check it out, but it's just gone downhill. You've probably seen, but there's a lot of problems with that game. There's hackers, people. My guilds got rank 3 because the 2 guilds above us both had hackers in that made them beat us. It was incredibly annoying. Even though I'm not playing it, I just watch how my guild's doing and stuff, and it's just, things are terrible. The game's the same. Trust me, if you were to come back, it would be no different at all. It's just new, it's basically new armors, and I've had enough of it after 8 years. It's eventually gets boring and repetitive, and they can't fix simple bugs because the game is broken. We'll come back to Apocalypse later on, because there's some stuff here that is quite interesting. Sorcerer's Barricade is a magic. I didn't think it would be a magic. Give unit a buff to cut damage from enemies a set amount. Boost damage cut based on mind. When set, magic attack damage 10%. Basically, I think original Lagrobos had something similar to this, but it was passive that he always had cut damage taken right. I think it's the same as this, but instead this is a buff that you have to cast, which kind of sucks, because you don't really want to use that casting time to cast this. You would rather just use magic instead. But when set, magic attack damage 10% I think is always active all the time. So think of it like that. Get 10% more magic damage, I think. MP up max, magic up max, arcane up max. Love to see these. I think he's going to need a lot of MP. You'll see why. 400 MP is okay, but he's going to need a lot more than that. Critical up 2, illusion, beast guys is pretty good. Yeah, Knights and Dragons could have done a lot of things, but it's in a bad state, and I don't think it's going to change. Deca just wants to keep it alive as long as possible. Basically, it's quite sad, but I've dealt with it. I move on to this game and a few other games, but I've been having more fun on other games. I'm sure everyone else does too. I don't know why people still play. They feel like they have to. They don't. Auto critical, auto advanced circle, auto recast. Love to see these three, because all of his magic can crit. Every single magic can crit. I'm pretty sure that does include Apocalypse 2. And auto recast, advanced circle, love it. Sorcery Awaken is a new skill, I believe. Basically the same as Awaken, but whatever difference it is. Boost movement speed, I guess. Once per wave. Okay. You could put Awaken on 2 if you want. That could be interesting. Moonlight 2 is new. Same as Moonlight, but just an improved one. Ardor, critical rate at max HP. No attack, critical rate 3. Get more damage cap and damage. Pretty good. That's going to apply to his Apocalypse magic. So that's going to get more damage and damage cap. That's pretty important. Because I do remember with original Lagrobos using Apocalypse, if you want to reach the maximum damage cap of 1 million damage, you had to stack a lot of crits and be lucky to get that crit to hopefully it be enough damage if you've got enough crit damage. That's what it was before. I don't know what it's going to be like now. He might have enough damage to hit good enough damage anyways without crit, but having crit is pretty nice. Movable object, high level magic chant is very good to have, because most units that are mages should have those already. Ultimate casting is back. The only unit that has this in the game is Mage. This is the second unit that has it. So I'm gonna say him having this skill is probably going to be the main reason why people are going to compare this guy to Mage, because they seem quite similar. They both have ultimate casting, and they both have a lot of different element magic. Well, I'll come back to that point later on. I won't give a definite answer, but I already know my answer. Sorcerer's Wisdom, Staff Boost, Mega Boost, more damage cap. You do get physical damage on this too, which is good, because he does do physical damage as well. Rope High Boost. Now this skill we've seen only on Shida, and it's basically just Magic Aura, but an improved version. And having ultimate casting with this could be a problem, because I think it's going to be like 128 MP or something. Really expensive cost for using all your magic, especially Apocalypse, so you gotta be careful about that. So that's why I think stacking a lot of MP is going to be very important for this guy. Magic uses 50% more MP. I think this increases it too, right? Or not? It doesn't mention that. I guess it's fine. But you could put Magic Aura as well, but I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Convergence is good to have. Taking lethal damage, spend 2% of the damage as MP and survive. I love it. Zerodom, boost damage proportional to closeness of the enemy. It's okay. Basically just more damage depending on how far away from the enemy. I personally would not walk up to the enemy just to use a magic skill. I wouldn't do that really. When using Summon Beast, give unit a damage 30% damage cap buff for the same attribute as the Summon Beast. So there's a question about this skill, and that is, well, my question is, do you have to actually summon the Summon Beast, or you just have to have it equipped and then you get the buff at the start of the battle? I think you have to use the Summon Beast to get this buff for the same attribute as the Summon Beast. Some Summon Beasts don't have an element, so this, if you have to use a Summon Beast, then it's not really going to be very good, really, because when do you really ever care about using a Summon Beast? Never. You just have it equipped on there just because, why not? You rarely ever use it. I still use Yggdrasil because she revives everyone. I find that the most useful. And the final skill here, but one of the most interesting skills in my opinion, Apocalypse Meteor. Now you never guess what this does. It's got Apocalypse in the name, so it's pretty funny. Give the magic Apocalypse a hit count of 7 to 13 hits, random. So it's a random between 7 and 13, it's a random number. Change each hit's damage cap to plus 990,000 damage cap instead. So people have done the math on this already. You're basically getting around between 1.1 mil to 2 mil ish on average, I think. Obviously it could get higher, but that's just, I'm going for an average-ish, so this is going to allow Apocalypse to do even more damage than it already does, going above 1 mil, and if you get those 13 hits, it's going to do like 2 mil damage, if you do good damage. So I really like this. I think this is just funny. I remember when Lagrobos came out with Apocalypse, I was like, oh, imagine if Apocalypse was on Lily. Double the hits of Apocalypse, you get 2 mil damage. And now we've got this instead, which basically does what I said, but instead it's 7 to 13 hits and can do around 2 mil if you get lucky. So I think it's pretty good. Apocalypse should count towards ultimate casting too. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Maybe Apocalypse is going to do ridiculous damage now, because you've got ultimate casting a bunch of damage caps and damage in this skill. It doesn't even decrease the damage of it, it just decreases the damage cap, which usually, think of it like a dual wield that would usually decrease your damage as well, but increase your hit count. It's not like that, it just increases hit count, decrease damage cap, doesn't decrease damage. So, enough rambling on skills. Personally, I love these skills. Well, if you don't know much about this game, it's going to be confusing if you're just coming into this, really. All of these skills down here are passive skills that are always active. These are magic skills that you cast, pretty basic things. That's pretty much it. Since these are non-stacking magic, you can only use one at a time. Ultimate casting will decrease your casting speed, but you get a ridiculous damage. It's worth using. 200% damage for magic, 40,000 damage cap. It's just crazy. But I think these skills, they look very good. Not gonna lie, I like these skills. He looks like he's gonna be probably one of the best mages in the game. I'm gonna say it right now that he's gonna be the best mage that we've ever had. I think he's gonna be better than Mage. That's my opinion so far, and I haven't tried him yet. But the main reason being, he's got high damage cap for Mage, and got Apocalypse, which is no attribute, which means it doesn't have a weakness. So this can, if you do enough damage with Apocalypse, you can probably just nuke every single content in the game. With this, as long as they don't have magic resistance, you can just nuke everything with Apocalypse like we used to. I think it's going to be amazing. So he already looks like an amazing unit. That's the main reason why I'm going to get him later on, because I think he's going to be one of the top tier units, probably the best mage in the game. That's my opinion so far. I haven't tried him yet, so don't quote me on it, but I think he's going to be really good. And his physical damage could be decent too, especially his skill 3 could be amazing, but that's Lagrobos. We'll come back to him later. Let's look at the arc next. Now, I'm quite happy with this arc, not gonna lie. Even though it's only an SSR arc, it's permanent, so you can get it with tickets if you're lucky. I did use a few tickets, I didn't get anything. I'm still missing a few SSR arcs that I don't have. I would really like this arc, but let's go through it. Intelligence and mine is pretty high. Trait, I kind of like this trait. I was thinking about it, we don't have that many good magic arc traits, so we kind of need those. Staff and rope equipped, ints and mines 15% is okay. Battlestar, autocast, recast and regeneration. That's not going to do much for most units because recast is going to be on the units already. Lagrobos already has recast on, he has auto recast, so that does nothing for him. Regeneration is always been bad, but that's not really a good thing about this trait, I guess. When using non-stacking magic, damage 20% of damage cap 1500. Now, we don't have that many arcs that give damage cap for magic. We don't have that many that give magic damage in traits. So, I can see this arc trait actually being very good, and if I were to get this arc, I would probably use it. But I would have to check what other arcs I have first, because there might be other options that I don't remember. But I think this trait is a very good trait, especially for an SSR arc. You're getting more damage cap for non-stacking magic, and more damage. I just really like it. So I like this arc already just for the trait. I think it could be a really good option. Now the skills, rogue boost, magic sniper's new, I think this is good. Anti-type effects on magic. This can be great. Reinforced plant geyser, sorcerer's wisdom. Isn't any crazy skills, I think, but they're okay. They're not terrible. Magic sniper is pretty good. Now the Archief reward is another thing. Earth attack, magic damage 30%. This is another one of those staffs that is instantly good the moment you see it. I can't tell you that it's good because you already know it's good because you see this staff. Just look at it, you can't say no. I really like this staff. We've had similar staffs, there's one for fire. Obviously you don't need this, but it's really good for earth magic. If you put this on Linus and use earth magic with sandworm, they're really good, already really good. It gives 50 MP too. I just really like this stuff. But if you got Theopolis, Archive rewards, that Godforge staff, then I know you probably don't need it, but this is still a very good staff, not gonna lie. It's probably definitely the best earth staff we got. So I think this arc is pretty valuable, not gonna lie. I'm kind of happy with this arc. It was better than I was expecting. Usually I expect not much from these arcs because they're just permanent arcs, I don't expect much. But I think this trait's good. I would actually use it, probably. And this Archive reward's pretty good too, and it's got magic snipe and a few other skills if you want, and I kind of like it. I would like to get this arc, but obviously I want Lagrobos as well, so I'm not going to chase for the arc because it's permanent. That's always going to be my rule, is if it's a permanent arc, don't chase it. but if we manage to get it on the pause, then I'm not going to complain because I really want to have it. I might look at my arcs in a bit before we do summons properly, just to see what we've got, just so I can be sure that there's nothing that's like this, but I don't think there's anything. I'm pretty certain there is no arc trait that actually increases magic damage and damage cap. I know I've got Lily Matter, but that's only light and dark, right? Go away. I don't want to buy that yet. I don't even know if I want to. This is the only one I can think of. It's light and dark only though. Magic attack damage 15%. Light and dark magic damage cap. The SSR arc's better just for overall non-stacking magic. So I think it's pretty good. Let's go over the training space paid equipment stuff now, I guess. I haven't looked at his paid equipment, but I've heard his staff's pretty good, I think. So let's look at that now. Staff, first of all, it's got strength and intelligence pretty high, 50 MP, amazing, minds. Stats are really good, especially for a paid weapon. It's pretty good stats. Non-stacking magic damage cap, 3000, amazing, that's quite high. Non-stacking magic damage 30%, that's pretty high too. Non-stacking magic cost, minus 3 MP. I love this staff. I think this staff is very good. I would 100% get this staff. Even though we've got other staffs, this increases damage cap by 3000, which is probably the highest we've got. It is the highest we've got on a staff. Even though it's only for him, it's going to be his best damage cap potential staff, so I like this staff. I think it's good, so I'm going to get it because it also gives 50 MP. Don't sleep on the MP. MP's important. I'm going to get the staff. I don't care what you say, I'm getting it later on. Even if we get lucky and I get them both things early, I'm just going to get it anyway. Robe I haven't looked at. I don't know much about this robe. 50 MP. Already like it. Intelligence, defense and mind is okay. Cut physical damage based on enemy nearness. That's a weird word. Nearness. Never heard anyone say that ever. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm glad you showed up. It's been a long time. It really has. The stream's gonna go on for like another 2 hours or so. These streams are quite long. Continual Brave and Aura effect. Okay. I like that. That's really good. Battle start 5% of intelligence to defense and mind. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty decent, but it's not good for damage. If you need more magic damage, you're gonna use the Godforged robe instead of this. So, because of that reason, I don't know if I would use this robe as much, because, you know, this doesn't actually increase damage, it just gives you a buff of Brave and Aura, which I don't think that's going to compare to a 25% or whatever magic boost from the robe that's Godforged robe. I'll look at that later, if I remember. But you also cut physical damage, maximum of 20%. I think it's good, it's just, would I go for it specifically? Maybe not. I don't think it's worth that, but I think the staff is. I think the staff's worth it. Robe is good, it's just, I think the staff's better. If we do get unlucky and have to pity this unit, then I would get this robe because I had no choice, I'll have enough anyways, but if I were forced to do an extra 25 summons just to get this robe, I don't think I would get it. I think I would just save those paid crystals instead. That's my decision, I think. I would 100% get the staff. That's just me though. Obviously you don't have to, but I'm personally going to get the staff and we'll decide on robe later depending on our luck. There's also prisms too, but I think both of these is a bit more valuable, probably. Especially the staff, it's really good. But I think we'll come back to equipment later on once we go over Lagrobos' equipment and stuff, because I usually mention them there. Let's have a look at the events. I did do the event already because I had like an hour or so to do that. I can instantly get one prism. There's one prism in this event, which is really good, even though it's only 2 SC. Could save you something. You could end up being able to use another skill that you couldn't before just because of that 2 SC. I'll get those tickets just so I can use them. Why not? And that's all I'm going to get for now. That's all I wanted to farm for the moment. And there's nothing really else to note in the trading space. I think this is mostly just a basic event with a new unit and arc, I think. But it is kind of like a Sun Vessel event. So, that's that. I guess we should move on to summons next. I don't think other stuff that I want to do be a bit later on. So I guess we should do summons now. I'm going to use those tickets that I got first, because they're not going to give anything. If we manage to get anything new today, we're still missing 2 SSR arcs and the new SSR arc, and obviously Lagrobos. Anything else, I don't think so. There might be some kind of unit that I'm missing. Zoglas, still don't have him, I think, which is, I don't know how I still don't have him. If he shows up today, I'm going to be very sad. I'm just going to skip these because they're just normal tickets. Nobody cares about these tickets. Unless you get something new. But that's not going to happen. For newer players, the tickets are quite useful. An arc, but it's not new. It's quite low chance to get something new for me because I have most of them already. So, my game plan for this is to do lap 1 and then get enough credentials for at least the paid staff, and then do 3 crystals until I feel like I've spent too much, and then do the rest of the paid crystals, and that's the plan. Hopefully we don't have to do that plan. Hopefully we get him earlier, because I need him. He's really good. And I haven't tried him yet. I don't think I haven't even seen the videos or anything on him yet either. I just know that I want him just because Lagrobos is a great unit. This is going to be no reds, I can already tell, unless there's enough animations, but even so, there's not going to be. Guarantee, never is. You've seen what troll I got before. I think Tharia showed up and I got 3 animations and it was still a gold. It was the worst thing. Game likes a troll. I could go over the time trial as well in a bit. I guess I should. A few things I want to talk about. Any reds? No dupes, please. I don't want the dupes. I want the new things. People like new things. Shiny new. 0 animations. I thought it was going to stay gold. 1 red. And it's another dupe. I feel like the chance of me getting something new is higher, but it's not. I'm just talking crap. I just feel like I'm missing 5 things, I believe, in total. So I think we've used our luck already. The luck on my Devil May Cry summons was really good. Another golden Tharia combo, but it doesn't mean anything ever. It just means it feels more lucky, but it doesn't guarantee anything. So I'm going to press this button and expect nothing, because it happens, like I was talking about. I do like the free temple though. They're great. It saves a few crystals. So, you may be wondering how I got these crystals. Well, I've been farming a few free crystals. Obviously I've bought a few packs, but that's not the main thing. Since I got lucky recently, I haven't had to spend as much crystals. So that's ideal. Red, please. Gold, this looking good, but I can't. I don't want to say that. I've already said it. Because it's happened before where it's been like this and it's not giving me a red. So I don't want to. I really don't want to. There is a red, but I don't have hopes unless it's new. A unit and an arc. How much? You're at plus 20. Well, I'm still hoping for the day we get a shift Logia. That was kind of melee, actually was. Well, we didn't get anything from those lap 1 summons, but we're not that deep yet. We'll do a few of these and hopefully we can get him as soon as possible. So we can, I've have a lot of testing plans for the day, so it might be a bit of a longer stream, at least over 2 hours. I'm hoping. I haven't done a no-look summon in a while. Maybe I should do that. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fun. I just go based on my ears, I listen to what happens. Doesn't help, it just feels fun. Then I can't see what's actually going on. Oh, another dupe of Baran. Really? We're getting units more often than we usually do, but I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not gonna use you. I really won't, so just go away. I don't know how many credentials we have right now. I'll check quickly. If we're at 25 at least, then I'll do 3 crystals from now. Until I feel like we wasted too many. 21. Okay, sad. Lagrobos in this summon? Nah. You know what would be the biggest troll? Is if you get original Lagrobos, you don't get a shift version. The game gives you Lagrobos, but not the one you're asking for. Korea showed up a lot today, but this one's looking bad because she's by herself. I don't have any hope for this one. This is gonna be 3 animations, but it's a unit. You can't troll me again. I've had a few unit dupes already, so there's only one. Lean, plus 20. These dupes for me do absolutely nothing at this point. Not gonna lie. It's terrible. I don't think we're definitely not gonna be as lucky as we did with Devil May Cry, but I hope we get somewhat lucky. And by that I mean getting Lagrobos in below 100 summons is considered lucky, in my opinion. So we're gonna do a bunch of free crystals and hopefully we get him and the Ark in the same temple. It's not gonna happen. Has it ever happened for me? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think I probably got a back-to-back, but not in the same temple, I believe. When's the last time I got a temple that had 2 new things in it? Never. Feels like it. Oh. The rear. Blue. Skip. new, but it is the Ark. I'm happy with that. But am I really? Well, I can't. I mean, yes, I am, because we've got something new. That's good. That's pretty good. We'll do a few more, and then I guess paid crystal time. Oh, this one's bad, unless it's skip for me. There's no reds in here. Guaranteed no reds. Could tell. When you're by yourself, I think this game is just telling you that when you have less people by your side, you have less power. That's basically what it's telling you, is you kind of need the people around you to give you enough luck. Oh, go away. I'm pressing skip again because there's no reds in here. Where'd the reds go? I think that SSR arc took all of our... I'm going to do an instant skip. And it's going to give us a red. No, it's not. Okay, no more free crystals. The game doesn't like it. I think I have a good amount of free crystals, so I could probably still use some. See, I like to save 90k. I have 100, so I think the game doesn't like instant skips. I'm just gonna not look at this one. Never mind. I'm skipping again. Why the reds? This is the worst temple you can possibly get ever. I don't want this robe. I really don't. I don't want it. I don't want to have to pity Lagrobos. I will have to. I think the most units I've had to pity have been mages. I had to pity Mage, didn't I? And Advocate of God Lily, and a lot of pulls on Lingus Banner. It just feels like it. My luck with mages is terrible. Now I wish that SSR arc was Lagrobos so I could have stopped then, but... Really, why? The game is rigged right now. Let's do singles until we get a red, because that's just dumb. That's the stupidest thing I've seen in a very long time. Next red is guaranteed to be a duplicate of something. I'm committed to this. Single until red, at least. Has to be Lagrobos, right? There's a blue, it's not good enough. Where'd the reds go? I swear they just disappeared and instantly gone. Just they don't exist in my game anymore. For some reason. I don't know why. Skip. There's a red. Okay. Well. That's all I got to say about that. Well. I think I've had enough spending crystals, but I still got 96. I guess I can do 2 more. I'll do 1 more here. And then 2 more free crystals, and I guess we'll just pity him. Come on, it has to be a red in here. Don't be by myself. I swear if you do it again. That's still bad though. That's still terrible. That's just as bad. It doesn't matter. My mage luck is so bad. Most of the time. Really is. I just want to do the showcase at this point. That's what I was looking forward to. I really was. I still am. Skip, 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 go, red. Right now. Do it. We're gonna do it. Almost. It was very close. This is the last one for 3 crystals. Gold. No. White screen. So bright. Nah, there's nothing in it. It's an arc, unless it's a new one. Nah, I've already got that arc today. We're just gonna go back to step catcher and finish it off real quick. We're just gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna just buy crystals for the next unit. It depends. I don't want to because it's stupid, but let's just speedrun this for so we don't have to. How many thumbs have we done total? That's a good question. I'm gonna have a look right now. Because you could technically pity the unit with 3 crystals. Well, credentials for 250 summons, but we're not that close. We're at like 100 and around 100, 120, 30, 50. Yeah, it would technically be another 30,000 free crystals, or less paid crystals. Sometimes there's a question of which one should you do. I'm just gonna get this. Which one should I do? 50 summons, well, 100 summons is 30,000. Or you just do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 instead, but paid crystals instead. Good question. Because that would put me down to 60k free crystals, but then I won't have any paid crystals left, and I would have to. Well, I would go down to 60,000 free crystals, but still have those paid crystals. Or I could just, if I were to use all of these paid crystals, then I would still have 90k. But what's the point in that? Because I think personally it's probably better to use free crystals instead, because the paid crystals are more expensive. When you buy the paid crystals, you get free crystals anyway. So I can build up those free crystals easily enough. Right, it's only 4,000 when you buy one though. But I think it sounds like a better idea to do free crystals instead of paid crystals for the step catcher at this point. Also means if I were to use paid crystals, I could do prisms, right? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do at least one so I can get that one prism, because you might as well. And I guess rest for free crystals, right? I think I'm just trying to be smart, but sometimes trying to be smart just makes me dumb. If you've ever thought about that. There's nothing in this temple. 2 animations isn't enough for me. Yeah. So 30,000 paid crystals is technically 4 packs is 28, 29-ish. So technically it is 4 packs, which will give you like 12,000 free crystals. 12,000 paid or 27,000 free crystals. What's coming up? Anniversary. Bunch of free stuff. I probably don't need anything from Anniversary, not gonna lie. Maybe the units, maybe. But since there's not gonna be collab or anything, I'm just gonna pity with free crystals. I'm gonna do that. I'm not dumb. We need to do 90 in total. and then we'll get him. Or now. Zekus is a mage. Does that tell us anything? No. I'm just talking crap at this point. I still need Lagrobos. Not original, I swear, if you give me a dupe of original Lagrobos, I'm gonna be very mad. Incredibly mad. For once. Still nothing. Really, this is the arc that I got earlier. Well, dupes of those arcs are really, you don't need it. They don't really do anything. The Rhea hasn't been lucky to me today. See what I mean? She's been very bad to us today. But we're just gonna pity, I think. Lagrobos. That's interesting. It's funny, but not good. I've lost count already. I don't count. I don't. I will make it. I will get him in at least 8 minutes. I'll do it in at least below an hour. How many more? Singles, 4 singles, and then 3 temples is enough. We'll do that. I think this is the smarter play if I were free to play, which I'm trying to be, spend less. I think this is the smarter play. So, I'm doing that to be smart. We could just keep doing singles until we get... Could this be fun? No. But I'm just gonna... Then I'll end up losing count. Yeah, I know. I do really want to test him. Blue, gold. This should give me a red in theory, but it doesn't always. We haven't had a red show up from that orb thing. It's going to strike. You said it. It does. But it's gonna be another dupe of... I already have her at plus 20, so it doesn't help. I'm just gonna speed this. Yeah, this is bad. This is terrible. Plus 20. Do I have every permanent unit plus 20? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is not good, but it's not fine. I think it's one more temple. I kind of want to do them in singles just because, why not? Doesn't matter. One more. Singles? No. Just get it done with and we'll get them now. And then we can spend the next however long we're going to spend on testing him out. I've already learnt a bunch of skills on him. So, Lily, nobody cares. I've already learnt a bunch of skills on him, so I should be able to build him very, very well. At 90 SC at least. Let's do that. Just, whatever you do, if you were to buy the wrong thing, it's going to be the worst thing that can ever happen. So don't ever do that, because you don't want to do that. There you go. He looks cool. The spirit unit. Spirit type. We don't get much spirit type units. The Wise. So I think we've done everything. Let's get that prism. This means that we have paid crystals saved, so I think that was a smart play. For me, 13 means I have to buy less paid crystals instead of buying 30k. Because I'm trying to save. I can get free crystals. I haven't done the new store yet. Let's start building him. I'm using a rainbow potion. Getting closer to level 48. It's been a while. We'll do that later. I mean, does it matter when I do it? I don't think so. I could just learn everything right now. Birthday unknown, age unknown. Okay. Well, I guess we'll never know. Let's learn all of the skills. And I guess we'll try him out. See, here's the thing, how do I test him out? Because he's mostly a mage. We don't get mage units often, and it's quite difficult to test them properly. So, I'm a little bit tempted to just Fiv Enhance straight away and build him properly and do it like that, but maybe I'll just get Fiv Enhance now. I'll do it differently. So much reading. Even with this amount of power, I'm unsatisfied. You think me greedy? Yes, maybe. Let's just learn everything. What's the ward? Damage cap, magic damage. Not as good. We're just going to learn everything here because I don't feel like it's worth doing a difference between 4th Enhance and 5th because he's got magic. And there's ultimate casting. You see, I mean, I could have checked what skills he had in 5th Enhance. I can check that anyway. Auto Advance Circle. He's probably going to have a lot of MP, but he needs it. He needs a lot of it. So much. So my plan for building him, there's no attack raise 3. My plan for building him is probably a lot of damage with magic as well as physical damage. There's a single wield DPS and I just want to try it out. In Arena, I'm tempted to just try a full physical DPS single wield build just for fun and see if it works. Because if it works like how I think it's going to work, then it's going to break everything. But I don't expect that to be the case. Because he's a mage. His physical damage can't be that good, right? Surely not. They wouldn't do that. Would they? I think his skill 3 is only going to have one skill stock. I think that's going to be the deciding factor thing. Well, the drawback, I guess. I haven't seen his normal attack yet, but I was assuming that he was going to have a close range normal attack, just because original Lagrobos did have a close range normal attack. He just slapped people with his staff. And don't put that out of context, but I said what I mean. He could be good MP regen, potentially, but his trait 2 says skill and special damage 120%. It doesn't apply to physical, but since he's got no attribute attack raised skills and no attribute damage, it's still going to be good. Yeah, that should be good. It should be great. But again, you don't really want to do that unless you need to, because you kind of want to use that time casting things or using skills. You don't want to waste it on normal attacks, which is fine if you run out of MP. If you could get just one normal attack and it gives you max MP, it's just broken. We'll try him out. Is that everything? Almost. I think so. Yeah. Okay. So, with base skills and nothing else, one pretty good stats, 1400 intelligence with no equipment. Let's put on equipment now, it's going to be quite a lot different. I've got so many skills here that I learned a lot. MP up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be important. Arcane up 1 and 2. Critical ups. All this stuff. I think I'm going to have a good build. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm just interested in a skill 3 potential. So for staff options, this is going to be a really good one, obviously. Or I'm going to use his paid stuff because I feel bad and I deserve it. I deserve using this. Anything else? Plus 30. There's a lot of good options, whatever you have. Queen Scepter I actually kind of like, but it's not going to do anything really against when you're using Apocalypse. Pretty much, you have to use a staff. You can only equip staff, and you need it. And you also need a robe. Now, there are other good robes. This robe is good, but I wouldn't use it permanently. If I needed more damage, I would use this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm also... We'll see what we do later on. We're going to do some fun stuff, hopefully. If it's as good as I think it is, it's going to be fun. If not, might be a bit disappointing, but it's still worth trying. This robe is going to be probably the best option. I think it's just the best robe we have in the game. So Godforge robe, 25% magic damage. I would use this if you need more magic damage, but if you don't, I'd probably use this instead. But if I had the choice which one would I use, well, it depends. If I'm hitting damage cap, I'll just use this instead, because you get more MP and more useful stuff. But if you need damage, I would definitely put that on. If you don't have this, try and get this. It's really good, because there aren't that many other robes that is worth using. There aren't that many for damage. Does he have a gender or not, is my question. Because if not, I mean, deliberately asking someone if they have a gender is kind of rude. He does. Sad. I wish he didn't. I mean, I'm just saying, that would have been cool. Yeah, Maze paid equipment is just really good. Other robes, I don't really have any other robes. I don't think anyone really has any other robes. There aren't that many. Just use one that you have that's good. Definitely the best one is this, so try and get that. But I'm going to use this paid one for now. Accessories where it gets different, because I haven't thought about accessories yet. So I don't know what I'm going to use. I'm just going to have a look. Non-attribute damage for Apocalypse. Magic damage cap. Potentially. Actually, a good option would be just a lot of MP accessory. Potentially. If you need it. This good for MP. That's pretty much it. Physical. Light damage. No attribute tag damage. There you go. If you're using Apocalypse, use this. Now. Do it. This is very good. I think I'm going to use that. Main reason being 10% no attribute damage, 60 MP, resistance to stun, curse, and illness. Very good accessory. I'm going to keep that on. I think I'm mostly going to use this guy for Apocalypse. So for that reason, I'm going to keep that on for now. The other accessory might be a little bit... I don't think it's going to be able to give damage, because I don't have anything else that really does that. I wish we had an accessory that increased magic damage by 10%. All magic damage by 10%. We need one. I don't think we have one. 8%. No MP. Well, I might just go for the other, or I could just go for damage cap instead. But I don't think 1000 damage cap for magic's really going to do much for non-stacking magic that already has a lot of damage cap anyway. It's okay, but Fire, Ice, Earth, Thunder. I'm mostly looking for things that apply to Apocalypse non-attribute magic, but there really isn't that many that do that. So I think there isn't really anything else I can use. 5% magic damage isn't really worth using. I think I'm probably just gonna go for MP. This accessory's good though. Maybe. I don't think it does very much, but this is a maybe. Yeah, Fantis is basically the only one. Anything else? I don't think there's any other. I'm mostly just looking for accessories. Free weapon. I haven't looked at the event weapons or equipment or anything, because I usually think they're bad. Most of the time they are. I could look, I guess, but I think... Wait. He needs casting speed, right? Because he doesn't have any. Now I think about that, you're right. I'm right. You need casting speed. You need Cultist Pendant, because he doesn't have any other casting speed things. So I think that's a good setup. Auto recast I don't think is enough, is it? I don't know the math, but I think he needs at least another way to get more casting speed, I believe. So he doesn't have any extra casting speed in his trait. Because it's the same as Mage, right? Mage only had auto recast, I think, and nothing else. So he needed Cultist Pendant as well. So I'm going to keep these on. I think this is a good setup for the moment. I think it's good. This is probably the setup I'll run most of the time. Since he needs the casting speed, Cultist Pendant's probably going to be a permanent accessory to have on him. Even though it doesn't give MP, it's still good. And I showed other options. Let's stick with this. I'm going to try him out solo. But I also want to level up, go away. I also want to level up the arc right now. Yeah, auto recasts are really good. He has auto recast and critical and something else. I think with the pendant and auto recast it's enough. 100%. That's all I really care about, is reaching the maximum cast speed. Good thing this costs red souls because I have a lot of those right now. Well, he's got ultimate casting, and I feel like with Cultist Pendant it's fine. I don't think I would rather have that damage accessory instead of anything else. I'll just try it out. I usually don't really look at casting speeds too much. I usually just assume that's going to be enough. I wish he did have some casting speed. Like, if he had more casting speed on his robe, that would have been interesting. That would have been really good. %. Fair enough. Well, it depends. Here's the arc. I'm going to use this right now. It depends on if I hit damage cap or not. And if I need the casting speed that desperately or not. I never use 2 casting speed accessories on Mage, so Lagrobos won't need it. I can just check Mage, see what he has. This thing keeps popping up in my face and it's really annoying. Well, I don't think there's a cast speed arc, or at least I wouldn't use it. Yeah, high level magic chant exists, which I think makes it enough, right? That's another thing. Well, let me just see. This is what... Ignore just Starverse, this is just for farming, but... This is what Mage has right now. Here's the thing, Mage has light, he has Starverse, but Lagrobos doesn't have Starverse. Yeah, that's the last 20%. So he is at maximum. That's perfect then. Arcane up 3 and 5. Okay, well... I'm not comparing, but I'm just interested, I'm just looking. That's the only thing I'm doing. High level Magic Chant, Removable Object. Yeah, they have similar skills. Mage has more light damage skills. Let's start focusing on Lagrobos a bit more. I'm gonna try him out. I guess it makes sense. Actually, it doesn't make sense. That's the opposite of what makes sense. Because Mage is technically an enemy in the story, would have made sense for him to be more dark, you know? That's just what I'm saying. Let's try him out, because I haven't tried him out yet. I'm very interested to try this out, because I haven't tried it out yet, and I think it's going to be fun. There's a few things I want to try here. This is going to be with base skills, nothing else. I'm going to try all of these magic just to see what they do for damage, and Apocalypse is going to be the main one. Apocalypse, spam, and once we've done the magic I'll focus on his skills. That's going to be the plan. So he's at 5th enhance already, because I don't feel like it's worth testing out 4th enhance for this unit. I get, well, Logzeus is dark. I guess it doesn't matter. Light can be evil, it's just would have made sense. Like Lagrain is thunder when he's actually a dark version. So let's try out skills. Well, magic. Well, I'm assuming people want to see Apocalypse, so I want to see it. Oh, they almost died. I didn't see the numbers because there were too many. Well, it was lag. I should be doing this on the Steam version, by the way. I'm gonna do that in a minute. 170 something. Well, okay. Well, let me quickly switch over to Steam before I forget again. Close this. I know it's not 3rd anniversary, but I like this wallpaper, so I'm keeping it. There we go. Close that. Perfect. Well, it's because Ray was Thunder, and he's still a strong unit. It would have been cool if it was a kind of like a Summer Alice with he's Thunder but changes to Dark if enemies' Dark resistance is lower. Would have been interesting, but whatever. So let's try that again. I'm gonna do some math, not meth. 170,000 basically. Well, 172,000. You times it by 13, that's 2.2 mil. 2.2 mil. If I get 13 hits. Okay. Let's do that again. Maybe I'll try some different magic. Now, I don't know if you saw, you did see, but he was hitting damage cap already, and I haven't added any other skills on top of him. Well, you're just in time for the showcasing part of the stream, so I guess it's fine. I'm gonna use this again, because I like it. It's fun. Watch them die. They can't die in one apocalypse, but watch this. That didn't do as much as last time, because I got unlucky with the hit counts, didn't I? Let me use something else. I'm not using skills for the extra damage cap, by the way. What's damage cap? Not hitting damage cap, but close, I think. 73, 75. Okay. Okay. Well, he's hitting more damage on Apocalypse, which is funny. I do have him more focused towards Apocalypse, though. But, here's what I'm thinking, is did they... I want to know what the damage modifiers is on Apocalypse, because if Apocalypse has a crazy high damage multiplier, because it's one hit, and they changed it with the skill that he has on, it changes it to 7 to 13 hits, it's still the same damage multiplier. So, going by that, It just sounds strong in my head. I don't know what you're talking about. Yoda. Yeah, I get it. It's funny, I know. He's not green. I mean, he's wearing green. I guess it's close. It's close enough. If you compare Yoda and this guy, they're different. I try and defend it. He's got piercings in this version. I'm gonna say his staff is his lightsaber. If you've never seen it in Star Wars before, then it's a secret thing that you've never seen. He hid it from everyone, that's why nobody knows but me. He told me and nobody else. Let's try that again. After this, I'm gonna try out his skills properly. So their resistance minus 50 to thunder. What should I use? Nether Tempest. Actually, I'll shoot Charisma first. Then Nether Tempest. What's the damage like gonna be? 80k. That's pretty impressive. That's more. Now I've thought about it, the new arc could be used on Mage as well, or Lenius or any mage. Let's try X Radia. Apparently you can use X Radia and Apocalypse at the same time, but yeah, that's not as much. So it's pretty impressive. I'm quite impressed. Let me try out his skills. I want to do that now. And how am I going to do that? Good question. Easy answer. Well, the arc is already added to the ticket gacha right now, so the next gacha that comes out will have it permanently. I'm just going to use... I didn't learn Honey Elixir. Why didn't I do that? Because I didn't think I would use it. Proves me wrong. Okay, fine. I'm just going to use Castle 10 to make it easy for me. And I'm gonna test out his skills here. I'm going to guess his skill 3 is going to have 1 skill stock. With Cancel 10, it's probably going to be 2. That's my guess, because I feel like his skill 3 is too strong. So it's only going to have 1 skill stock. That's my expectations. 642, as expected. 1 skill stock of his skill 3 is pretty bad, but doesn't matter. So this is with 0 damage for physical. This is a mage build with base skills. You could use your red tickets, but I wouldn't recommend it unless they're arc tickets. Because I save normal tickets and unit tickets for when a new permanent unit comes out. He's not hitting much on his skill 1, but look how fast it spams. That's fun. Skill 2. Okay, 5k, around 6k on average. Now, here's the fun part. Yeah, it's OP, but obviously it's not doing damage. Now, I'm gonna just do something. I'm gonna change one thing, and I'm gonna notice the difference. Just for fun. So if I were to focus on a single build physical damage build, I would not use this. I would use... You know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, using arc tickets is fine if you feel like you need it, or if you just want to try for it, but chances are very low. I personally would, because I feel like it's worth it. Kingdom of Science flag. Here you go. Boosts physical damage based on intelligence. That's the only difference I'm going to make to this. Magic, Bayland, pretty much. So, I only changed the weapon, and now we're going to see what his damage is like. The difference between the other stuff I was using and this one. Just for fun, because he was hitting around 6k, now it's around 8,000, 9,000. Okay, that's quite a bit of a difference. Okay. Huh? Okay. Wait. Hang on. Let me do that again. I spam that skill 3 incredibly fast. If you have more than one skill stock, does it just make it unfair? Yeah, I plan to. Well, let me do this one more time. I just want to try again. We will build him, maybe in a second. I don't want to do one full build. I want to do multiple builds. I want to do a magic build first. Well, actually, do I want to do a magic build or just because Apocalypse is already hitting damage cap, so I don't need more damage against these enemies because I've already hit damage cap. Okay, it's because I got flinched last time, that makes more sense. Okay, let's do some fun. I'm going to spam these skills off. Now I've got more damage stacked up, I'm using Apocalypse. There's going to be more damage, right? Okay, it didn't hit damage cap, probably just because I don't have the right magic stuff on right now. Oh, I see. His skill 2, I think it pulls enemies in. I'm pretty sure it looks like it pulls enemies in a small area, kind of like his... Well, a little bit like his skill 3 in his original form, but not really, because his skill 3 originally just pulled one enemy, I think. Let me do that again. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. Okay. I'm going to try to do what I did last time, but instead I should try out a special too, but it's not going to do very much. Or is it? Black hole. Oh no. Thinking of that just thoughts reminded me of black hole spam in Arena. Please don't. I don't want it to happen again. It was annoying. I really don't want it to happen again. If someone sets up, Lagrobos has some good things he can do. Chance to reflect silence as well. Well, maybe it probably will happen, but he doesn't take many hits, so I don't think he's gonna be able to survive. So my plan for this one is spam 5 skills and then use Apocalypse. I'm gonna try it as special too, because why not? He doesn't have much awaken, so he's not going to do very much, but it's pretty cool. 52 hits is not bad Let's spam this 5 times. That's pretty fast. Now a black hole. I'm gonna use this. Why not? I think Lagrobos is gonna somehow find his way into arena, no matter what. Somehow. I don't know what's gonna happen. He could have a lot of builds. What's his damage like? Oh, that was pretty good. Kill him. Apocalypse again. Apocalypse. I just find it fun. There you go. I think that was 13 hits. It said 13. Okay, well. I guess I should start building him properly now. Kai's Apocalypse then use a skill 3, most likely. I guess I can try. That would be fun. But you need to have a good build. It's probably going to be difficult to find a build that can actually have good physical damage as well as damage for magic. Oh, we got flinch. That kind of ruins the whole purpose of what I was showing there. Oh well. Whatever. That's all I can do, I guess. Let's start building him because I don't know how my build's gonna be because I have a few things I want to try. Lenia's pretty strong. You could probably blame me for that because I probably brought Lenius into arena worlds of attack teams. Okay. Let's start building this guy properly. Instant 90 SC because he's worth it. There you go. I've still got enough Mother Souls. So the big question is, what build should I do first? I personally am most interested in doing a physical damage build. A single wield physical damage build for arena. So should we do that right now? I want to try this. I've been waiting all day. Well, I've been waiting for I don't know how long to do this. So the plan is to focus on a single wield physical damage build. Now how do I do that, you ask? Well, it's a good question. I'm not quite sure myself, but I'm gonna make it up as I go along. Oh yeah, Lenius kinda needs that. Well, that's a problem, but it's okay, he can have it back later. I don't think anything here is going to increase physical, is it? No. I guess I'll put that on then. Accessory. Physical damage. Physical. Physical. Doesn't have any revives. Could be a problem. It will be a problem. But I want more damage. Yeah. I mean, if you know how to use Lenius, then it's going to be pretty good. He doesn't have decoy. I think I would only put decoy on him if I have spare SC. and he doesn't have it. So physical damage. I keep needing to remind myself because it's very weird to do something like this on a mage unit. Physical. Let's do skill cost thing first. Physical. Doesn't have any slayers. It's fine. He's non-attribute, long range. Arena loves that. Demon Lord Remover exists. The problem being, he's only gonna have one skill stock of his skill 3. I can change that with purple orb. Pursuit builds. Yeah, well, I want to do this build first because I have to know. So I'm trying to do as much damage as possible as I can for physical single wield staff. I don't expect it to do very much. My plan is to just put on every single damage thing I can, and then I'll probably remove them. Basically, if it's how I think it's going to be, it could be a better Roy, but don't quote me on that because it could potentially be very bad and not work at all, but it's worth trying. That's why I'm trying it, because it's worth trying. You could also use dual wield, but I want to do single wield first. I do have sword equip and sword stuff, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'll try that afterwards. This is probably a bad idea, but I have to know, because if I don't know, I might see people start doing the thing that I think he's gonna do. No attribute attack raise 2 and 1. What do I do for? Yeah. Video games. Hooray. Spirit breath. Surprise attack or not? Oh, I was gonna teach Megalodon, but I don't think I did. I don't think I taught that, and I kind of need it for this, because this skill, physical. Okay, I'm definitely gonna run out of SC, but it's fine. I'll remove stuff later. I'm just gonna put on everything, and then change it later on. That's always my plan. That's what I do. Put on the best skills. Remove the stuff that I feel like I don't need as much. Besties is a yes. Yeah, don't need you. Is there something I'm missing? Feels like it. I don't think so. I don't have Megalodon, so I really need to learn that, because I feel like it's important. Let's remove the stuff, because we've got too much. I don't really need HP. I guess I don't need these as much. Tech Blade, pretty much, but I can't equip it. So, Megalodon instead. Is this worth 15 SC? Probably not. There you go. Okay, well, that's for the moment, but I need Megalodon. So before we start that, I'm gonna go teach it real quick, because that was my plan. I just didn't realize I didn't teach it yet. Which arc was it that had it? I know this question. There you go. See, this could either be incredibly strong, or just okay damage, or the worst thing ever. Could be either way. I'm interested. Dual wield has the potential as well, because you could put on a sword, put on sword boost, increase damage even more, and have double hits, but I'm not fully convinced. I'm also considering, if this does enough damage, put it on my defense team to spam skill 3. I don't know how many people got removed. It looked like so many. There was an incredible amount of cheaters in this one. There was way too many. I think I was rank 12, and when they removed the cheaters I went up to rank 4, so that kind of tells you something. It's a big problem, but I'm glad they did. I think they removed everyone. Yeah, that is a lot. It's a lot. I guess I can just have a look. So, I was going to talk about it in the video I posted, but it's kind of messed up. Seems pretty fair right now. I don't see any cheaters. At least I don't see any rank 12 cheaters or rank 16. I was having a hard time with this. Once I got this time, it was difficult to even reach that time again. It was quite hard, but hey. Well, for me, I spent a long time in the time trial. The first 2 days is I spend the most time on. I spent hours just resetting and kept trying and trying, and I wanted to get below 4 minutes, but eventually I just was fine with the time I got. Let's put on Megalodon thing. Favorite sword would have been nice, but it's not worth 15 SC for arena, 100%. Yeah, it's pretty cool managing to beat cheaters. Not many people can do that. Here it is, 11 SC is expensive, but it's worth it, I think. Now we need to remove something. Do I need quick trigger? Well, it helps. Graph high boost is only 10%. I don't think it's worth it. One SC. Gotta be kidding me. It's always the hardest decision is what do I do with my 1 SC? 1. I don't know. I don't want to get rid of anything. Yeah, I got busy. I started uni this week. I guess I'd get rid of that. So I've had less time to do things, but I've just been doing my own thing, really. Okay, let's try this. This might be bad, but it's gonna be interesting at least. It may be bad. Now, I am not going into a normal battle, because that would be terrible if I were to do that. Obviously you need something. I just need to spar someone, but I don't know who. So I'm just gonna... Really? Why did you put Lagrobos in? I don't think that's fair. Okay. This may be terrible, but I at least want to see what damage. I think it's on auto, that might be a problem. It's not. Okay. Skill 3. It might kill nobody and do nothing. I can't tell what it did. Was that him or was it... Wait. Hang on. No, go away. Okay. He's dead, but that's fine. Go away. Well, you saw that. I don't know what happened. I guess I should probably put decoy on, right? Okay, go. Who was that? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay, this is a problem. This is this is already a problem. I see this. This is not good. This is bad. This is the worst thing that could happen ever. I'm leaving. I'm going. This is too much. This isn't good. This is terrible. This is... let me do a few more against proper teams and do that again. Watch this. You see? Obviously it's not going to do anything to a Gorm, but they're dying. And he's a mage. You see this? This is a problem. I hate this. Skill 3. He's dead. Never mind. Skill 3. Okay. I don't know what to say, other than I don't agree with this. I don't... I'm gonna put him in my defense team. But not yet. I'm gonna do that. But wait for it. I'm gonna do it. It's... Wait, hang on. Stop. I'm thinking, have a Roy on the complete bottom side of the screen, have a Lagrobos at the top side of the screen. They can both use their wide area skill 3s at the same time as soon as the battle starts. What are you gonna do? I'm doing that. And you can't stop me. I'm gonna do it later, but apart from that, this is gonna do nothing. This is the type of team that is gonna kill me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He's not gonna work against tanks, I can say that for a guarantee. But it's still not terrible, it's still okay. This is not good. This This is terrible. Yeah, it's not going to do any damage here because you can't really do damage against tank teams, but I'm just showing this. He doesn't have backstab, but it was expensive anyway. I do have Apocalypse on him, but I don't think it's going to really do much. Yeah, he's not going to do very much damage against tank teams like this. So, that's the thing. But I had to try. 500. This is single wield. In a second, I'm going to try dual wield. But we're going to be here for another 2 hours. Base is only going to be Linus doing damage. So that's, you got to think about that, is Lagrobos is going to do no damage to tanks. But he can do damage. Yeah, well, just warning you, Lagrobos is going to be a problem now. Use it. I definitely want to use him. It killed someone, it killed Roland, surprisingly. Well, it's working, just because of Linus. That's the only reason it's working. Well, after the stream ends, I'm gonna quickly change my defense team and put on Lagrobos as a skill 3 DPS. And I'll see how it goes from there. But who do I replace is the question. Oh, I didn't think this would happen. I thought it was going to be bad. I still got to try dual wield. I'm going to do that now. Okay. Let's try dual wield. I think it's not going to work. I think single wield probably going to be better. But it's worth trying. I also need to try his magic damage, but do I really want to? Yeah. I mean, Lagrobos was good because he had Apocalypse and good physical DPS. So okay, let's change this build. But how do I do this? What's the plan? Yeah, the S3 is what really kills it, what really breaks everything. I feel like Purple Orb is kind of necessary. Yeah, I do have Theopolis. I'm using Science Flag right now. I think Science Flag's kind of a requirement for physical DPS for him, at least. I don't know how this is going to go, but I think I learnt dual wield. Yeah, I did. Because I was testing DPS with Lagrobos yesterday. Now here's the problem, is SC is a problem. Well, I do have options for swords. There's a very good sword I'm thinking. The Muramasa sword is probably going to be one of the better options. Yeah, Thaumaturgy Ring I forgot to put that on because yeah, I'm starting to have a problem that he's got too much skills that he could use, so I think I'm gonna start having to remove stuff like that, and I need this stuff. First orb, I need it. What else? 1 SC again. It's telling me that I need that 2 extra SC that I could have gotten from the step catcher. Yeah, well, crit up, I usually enjoy it. Pride, I guess I can remove it. And this might be terrible. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, this might be worse, but I have to try it. The question is, single wield or dual wield for arena? I'm thinking single wield's probably the... Okay, they're all dead again. Okay. Now Lagrobos gonna kill everything now. Okay, well, it's hard to showcase. This is a linear showcase. Go. Well, the damage isn't very high, but it's difficult to tell what would be better. Well, let me do a few more tests then. Like, this guy, if I do this again, is it gonna be worse than last time? That's the deciding factor, I think. Because he gets 120% more skill damage when using single wield staff. Yeah, that definitely felt like it did less. That definitely felt like it didn't do as much. The damage is 100, yeah. I don't think that's any good. I think it looks like single wield does better. I might go back to single wield, but this time put on Thaumaturgy Ring. I guess we should definitely showcase some magic DPS too, but this is the most fun part. It has to be. I think I learned it. There it is. Same equipment. Skills, what should I skill? Since I removed the crit, I have more SC to use on... what? Let me look. Don't need that. Combo Master, no. Decoy has a potential. I'm gonna put it on just for now. Quick triggers are maybe. Doesn't increase damage. This does, but hardly any. 10% to 9 SC. Well, I could just put on the no actual attack raise again. I could do a crit build with Icy Guardian, but I don't agree with that suggestion. Sky High is good, but they don't get... It's mostly for nuking at the start of battle, and they don't get flinched in the air anyway. That is still too expensive, unless I remove something like decoy, and then I've got more SC5 left. This takes a long time, I know. I guess Pride now, that'll do. I don't really want to fight a tank team, so I'm trying to look for points as well. Because if I go up attack someone that gives me 5 points, I'll lose even more. Let's go. Hopefully it kills Roy. Okay. 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 What about skill 1 spam? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, 10,000 damage, boy. Wow. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. I didn't expect him to do that damage, but 11,712. Oh, oh no. This is a slight problem if you can't already tell. This. Can I kill everyone? You don't have Mikasa, so this could be fun. Oh no! Oh, we killed everyone literally. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Wait for it. Wait for them to spawn. Use it. They're dead. Oh. Oh, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I can't. Oh God. Why does this exist? Why? This is dumb. This is dumb. Why? How? Who designed this? Did someone not think? Yeah, well, Roy has Human Slayer, but I don't expect this to kill everyone here, but surprise me. It surprised me. Okay. Wait. Well, obviously, once he uses one skill 3 is kind of a bit, you know, not as good, but skill 3, go. I love it, I love it, I love it, it's so good. It's so good. Even the skill 1's good. See? If they're dying by a magic unit that's using physical devious skills. I don't know. It's 2000 damage against Roland is not terrible. Well, I'm just gonna have fun with this for a little while. Yeah. Dupes are pretty good. I could have went further in and got dupes, but it's just not worth it. This is stupid. I really want to put in my defense right now. Watch this. Oh, they're all dead. That was all Lagrobos damage. That was nobody else doing any damage. It was just him. You saw. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Go. Oh, this is bad. This is not right. Yeah. Well, have I told you that it's good yet? I don't think I have. But if you couldn't tell, I'm telling you. That this is pretty good. Now, would I use him as a mage in arena? I probably wouldn't, but I haven't really tried it yet. But I should try it, right? But I kind of don't want to because this can't be better than this. See, I'm considering either changing Amelia or Roland for Lagrobos, but that's my decision, you can't tell me otherwise. Roy plus Lagrobos is gonna be... Because you also got to think about, once they're all dead, what happens next? You need to be able to kill them, because you're not going to have any skill 3s left. Unless... I don't think so, but more SC. This is the most impressed I've been in a unit, about a unit in a very long time. I've got skill 3 back already. They'll wait for them to revive. Wait for them to revive, never mind, Linus killing them first before me. The tanky Roland can sometimes be a little problem. I know, Ooh. Wait for 2 people to spawn in. Now use it. They're dead. Yeah, he's a hybrid physical and mage. Most people won't understand why, but if you see this, you know. So this doesn't really give extra damage is the problem, but I could try a crit build with Icy Guardian. It's ice. I mean, I don't know if that would be better. Probably not. Let's not do that. So the Abandoned City of the Sea would be good, right? It should be very good. Now this is interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought. Instantly dead. There's a problem. Well, this might turn out bad, but whatever. Oh, it's... wait. Wait. Hang on. No. It can't be. Why? How? Wait. That animation kept on going even if when I was dead. That's bad. That's not... no. No. I'm just... oh. That's not good. That's too good. Because if you can't cancel the animation, then you just kind of have to take the hits. You got no choice. If he casts an S3, you're just screwed. You're dead. Unless you're using an attack team that is pretty tanky. Or attacking a defense team that's pretty tanky, I think will be a problem. It looked... I don't know if you saw, but it looked like the S3 was still going, even though he was dead. If that's the case, then that's even worse than I thought. Yeah, well, I can't build my Amelia to do enough damage. I just kind of accepted the fact that well, it's decent. You see, it carried on. It does carry on. Oh no. Okay. Quickly push arena before you start seeing Lagrobos in defense teams. That's my tip. Because if you see a Lagrobos in defense teams, you can't really auto it, can you? Unless you find a way. Oh no. Duh. I can't. This is too much for my everything. This is funny. Technically could use an apocalypse too. Man. Well, I've been doing this for a while, but I still feel like I want to keep going. Yeah. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna call it there. I mean, this is not really a... I don't know if I want to do a tank team. Stardust live, but... I mean... It would be good, the only thing is it doesn't give more damage, and it kind of needs the damage I would have thought. Fine. I guess that's only really going to be good for, like, do this. It's always a problem when someone casts Blizzard, but that's fine. Go. They're all dead. Apart from the tank. Okay. Well, that's my experience for Lagrobos in Arena as a physical DPS. It's OP. It's very good. I can't say more than that, other than I don't know what they did, but they decided to, well, I'm gonna change my defense later, look forward to it. I don't even know if it's gonna be any good, but whatever, it's fine, don't worry. Having Roy and Lagrobos on the same team, I've really got to think about that later on. Anyways, I kind of got carried away by that, but what should I do next? Let me do a ideal magic build that you would use normally, like a normal person, not one of those crazy people that uses skill 3s in Arena, using a physical DPS magic unit in Arena. Not one of those people. Those people are crazy. And my plan for this is probably just focus on magic and that's it. I don't really need to say much about this though, other than put on a bunch of magic skills and skills that help you survive, and let's use MP ups, and you should probably know that by now. And this isn't going to be crazy good, but Proud Force is useful. I like having crit up with Proud Force, so I'm going to do that. Guard ups. I personally like having survivability as well on Mage units. I need him to hit damage cap on all of his magic. Moonlight plus Moonlight 2. Okay. Elemental boost. If you're just going for Apocalypse, I don't think you really need that though, do you? Probably not. I don't know if I'm going to use skills or just focus on Goddess Kiss. We haven't tried that yet. Let's do that. I guess we can go for a hybrid single wield. Why not? Favored sword or a no favored sword? Keep it on for the moment. That's good enough. Let's go with that. I'm gonna try it. It's not gonna, probably not gonna, I don't know what I'm doing with that build. But this should be good. Apocalypse is definitely going to hit damage cap, but what about Black Hole, for example? It does, but they have minus dark resistance, so it's not really good. What's your damage on skills? Pretty good. What you not weak against? Thunder. It does reach damage cap. Okay, well, I don't know what to say. I'm surprised, and I'm not usually like this, but it seems like he's a better Mager, which also has non-attribute magic, and can also do physical damage and be incredibly broken in arena, so that's pretty much it, I think. We'll do one more try. I guess I should come to my conclusion and start finishing off. It's been over 2 hours. Then I can start focusing on my arena defense team. Just for fun. Apocalypse, go. How many hits are you gonna do? I haven't tried his normal attack. Let me do that. Normal attack. Yeah, 42, 40, 33. Nothing, he's not getting hundreds of MP. Would probably do quite a bit more if I had the science flag on. Yeah, it's not crazy MP, like Valand is a lot of MP. Yeah, piercing. Yeah. Well, it's back at full MP. Let's use another Apocalypse. Skill 3 too. Ah. I want to try one more thing. Okay. But I don't know if it's gonna work. So you know, yeah, most likely. I'm thinking Imperial Guard Commander 3 auto, skill 3 clear. Will that work? Yes or no? Potentially, but to do that would require, I don't know if it would work, but I want to try it, so I'm going to, for the sake of trying. I don't know if Purple Orb is needed. I think you just need at least one skill stock. Phone booth is needed. I think phone booth is enough, right? That's all we really need. There you go. Now this is going to be without any arcs. I'm just going to see if he gets enough SCT from this. Because should do. I just want to see what the auto does. Oh yeah, you probably have to remove the magic too. Remember to do that. There you go. See what happens. Because I know you can 100% get an auto clearing Imperial Guard Commander 3 Lagrobos if you want. Enough skill stock, almost. Not enough yet. I think I need that accessory, don't I? I can definitely get enough. I think... Where this one? Let's try it. Because I think the auto might be a bit iffy, but... Okay, that's enough. Let me try it on auto. And then I guess we'll finish up, because I've been here for a while. I've done a lot of testing. His magic, I don't need to test his magic much. Most people understand that. His magic is already good, you know it's going to be good. Apocalypse is incredibly strong. Probably going to nuke most content. Okay, what's going to happen? It only uses normal attack. Yeah, I see what's happened. It kind of, I expected this was going to happen. If you don't know what's happening, it's because I think auto uses skills only when you have more strength than intelligence, right? So since he's mostly focused on intelligence, he's not really using his skills. I think that's what it is. And I know that's what it is. So I don't think that would work on an auto. Wait, if that doesn't work on auto, actually it should work in arena because you just tell it to use a skill 3. Well, I mean, I could probably guess what you can do. Dual wield and all that stuff, but do I want to? I'll do it. Fine, you convinced me. He doesn't need the MP or intelligence or anything, just... You know, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just... Yeah, I could do that, I guess. I mean... I'm just gonna see what his strength is like. If it's at least more... We're only equipping swords as a plan, no staffs at all. Only sword. Because I'm... crazy. And we're gonna see what happens with this. Now his stats look like enough. And then we're gonna see what happens because... Yeah... Well, hang on. If a unit has like literally 0 or just 1 intelligence and 1 strength, the AI won't know what to do, we're just gonna use nothing, just normal attacks forever. Because if you've got no strength and no intelligence at the same time, I don't know what I'm talking about. Berserker. I'm just gonna do that because I just want to see what it's doing. There you go. There you go. That's how you do it. It's not doing much damage, but it doesn't need to. That's your auto farm, if you really need it. But most people should have V by now, so V is definitely the faster option, because this is 2 seconds instead of 1 second. But you've seen it can work. I don't think it's something you should do, but it can work, so there you go. Let me go back to my original build, because that build is terrible. It's terrible. I'm mostly focused on magic. I think the main thing I should do, or everyone should do, is focus on magic in basically all PvE content. When you're in PvP, it's a different story. Completely different story. I'm gonna go back to a similar build that I was doing before. I guess I don't need to, I just want to. I guess I'll do that later. Okay, there you go, that's good enough. So, what do I think of Lagrobos? You should know what I think. I think he's a bit too good in some areas. If I think about it properly, I don't think it's game breaking. I just think it's just very good. In arena can be, I guess, we'll see how it turns out in arena. I can't say for certain it's going to be a meta arena skill 3 special whatever unit, right? It might not happen. It might happen. We don't know yet. We'll see how people do with arena, I guess. See how it evolves. But I'm for sure going to be doing that. I think he's very good. He's got amazing magic DPS. He's got non-attribute magic and good physical DPS. He's just very good overall. His DPS compared to Mage, they're quite similar units in terms of they both have ultimate casting, they both have lots of element magic, but Lagrobos has non-attribute magic, so that kind of gives him more usability, I would say, more useful, and we know how good Mage is. He's incredibly strong. So I think Lagrobos is probably just better in my opinion. If you don't know, back in the day when original Lagrobos came out, Apocalypse was probably the best magic in the game, and you could just clear most content with it. Because it's non-attribute, it was so good. And it's going to be a similar thing here, but it's going to do even more damage. So I think he's definitely worth pulling for, but it's up to you. If you've already got Mage, you don't need him. You never need anyone, but if you need a magic unit, I highly recommend to get him if you can, because you need at least 1 or 2 good mage units. That's just kind of a requirement, because some content requires mage units. So pull for him if you need a mage. If you've already got a few mages, it's not as important. If you care so much about arena and have the things available to make him good for a physical DPS in arena, you could do it. It's up to you. But I personally like him a lot. There's still basically 27 days left of this banner, so you still got time to decide, and there's anniversary coming up, so be careful with crystals as well. You just need to get lucky. I'm not giving you any crystals. Never happening. And the arc is a very good arc. I think it's going to be probably the best arc trait currently for a magic damage cap and magic damage. Because we don't have that many. So this is very good. It has a good arc reward, decent skills too. So I kind of like this arc. It's definitely not worth chasing, but if you do get it, don't hate that you got it. Don't be upset that you didn't get Lagrobos, because it's still a very good arc to have. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to mention. I just think it's very good. That's all I can say. Let's use this one ticket. I think he, in my opinion, so far he looks like a top tier unit. But he's only just come out, and people need to do more testing of him. So do I. I'm going to be testing him a bit more later, and I'm going to be doing more arena with him too. I'm looking forward to it, because he seems pretty good, pretty fun. And his skill 3 being able to guarantee to hit every single enemy, and persist once he's dead or gets hit, is just a bit crazy if you build him to a specifically physical damage. So I personally really like it. It's up to you. I don't want to overhype a unit, I never want to do that, but I personally really like him. He's going to be probably the magic unit that I'm going to use for quite a while. He's probably going to replace Mage in some content, like if I go into Tower of Trials right now, I haven't really touched it, I've just skipped a few stages, all the stages that I can. If I go here right now, I would change this team and just put Lagrobos here instead of Mage. That's what I would do. It's not fully replacing Mage, because Mage has Starverse and he can auto clear the story stage for fast XP, so he's got good stuff too. I wonder if you can set up an auto clear on that stage for Lagrobos or not. Maybe you should be able to do that. Should definitely be able to do that. I wonder if you can do it with Apocalypse. It might be even faster than Mage. I don't know. All those questions I don't know yet, but anyways, I think he's amazing. I've talked enough about him. You've seen enough about him, I think. I think he's great. But that's going to be it for me for the stream. Next video, I don't know when it's going to be. Haven't thought about it yet. Probably just going to have a little break. Next unit's probably going to be in 2 weeks from now. So we'll see how things go. Because I do have uni right now. So I'm not going to have as much time. And hopefully you enjoy this update and everything. We plan to pull him, then hopefully I have the luck for that, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever that's going to be. I'm going to have more fun with this unit, because he seems really good. I'm going to be building him, well I've already built him, but I'm going to try him out, a bunch more stuff, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.